Hello, journeymen, journeywomen. This is a hero's journey with Dr. D, the podcast. This podcast was designed to inspire, to encourage, to educate, and to motivate, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. Now, for an entertaining video version of this episode, along with many more at my YouTube series, go to a hero's journey with drdcom. Now, let's begin. Journeymen, journeywomen, this is a hero's journey with Dr. D. I am delayed but not denied. Had a little technical difficulties, but for those who are meeting me for the first time and don't really care, my apologies. And I'm here to inspire, to encourage, to motivate, educate, and helping you get beyond your first move. And if you find any value in the content that I proceed to do, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and go and subscribe and click the bell for future notifications. And how about you help me help you so we can help others and so we can make it better tomorrow, today. So let's get to it. Obviously, I'm behind the clock. And let me click my chat on so your chat's in so we can, when I get to Q&As, I can just queue them up and I can just go down the chat list and respond to the questions from you people, my journeymen and women. Okay, let's talk about it. I did a revamp of an old video. The tree is in your seed, but I said your tree is in your seed, and not only is it in your seed, it's already planted. So what I will be doing tonight is I'll be doing a recap. The update, and the Q&A. And now I'm doing something new today. And now this is I'm doing something new, meaning that I'm going to do the live today, and I'm going to premiere it tomorrow, where me and you will be watching it, and we'll be commenting at the same time. And then after that, it'll be on the regular channel to be displayed at your viewing pleasure. But to go ahead with the topic at hand, the recap, the tree is in your seed. I mean, simple as that. You know, a lot of times people wonder, when will my ship come in and when my tree blossom? Will I get the pot of gold? When will things happen for me? Well, if a farmer doesn't plant, he'll never get a harvest. If you don't go to work, you'll never get a paycheck. So if you don't activate your ability that's been God-given, then how do you expect to reap the product of something that's inactive? You don't. You don't reap the product. It stays stagnant and dies with you. It dies with you. And I said it before, the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. A lot of people have seed that goes dormant, it's not planted, and never has a chance to grow. So therefore, where does it go? Back into the ground. Never. And they have missed the season to produce and to make what they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to become. They missed the time. Once you realize that your blossoming or your fruit or your great beyond is in your seed, and you activate it, then you're halfway to the battle. You there. Because the book says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you refuse to think about what you are, not what people say you are, but what you are, the inborn temperament, the personality that you have, the things you're passionate about, the things that will allow you to push towards your greatest, the thing that you truly relish and get joy from, then you will locate your purpose. And your seed is your purpose that's planted in you. But inactive purpose is like a dormant seed waiting for a casket to be buried, never to see light again. Do you want to be that seed that never grows? It's on you. But this week's I'm doing a recap about tree. The tree, the byproduct of the seed is the tree. It's not the reverse. So if you don't plant anything in the ground for your future, then your future will become dormant. And it will go back into the ground. But this time, it will go in the ground in the casket, which does not have the opportunity to experience light, to allow it to grow. See, you had a chance outside of the ground to grow and blossom while the sun rained on you. But how often do we waste the sunlight for frivolous things, only to go back into the ground and not have the ability or not being able to grow again? The richest place in the whole wide world is most graveyards. It's where a lot of seeds have not been fertilized. A lot of seeds have not took the benefit of the water that was sprinkled on them, which is the life, because the water is symbolic to life. People have life put on it. Now all the water had not been pure, but still gave them life. And when they got older, they could have deviated from where they were. Some people makes a choice. Everybody has a choice. So what ground would you create? What ground would you fertilize to make a better future for yourself, so you can grow to the tree that everybody says wow to? Yeah, so that's the thing. So that's my recap. Now look at the video. Now you have to excuse the audio. Audio's not the best because it is something out the archive, but I thought it had been beneficial to the audience that I have now. That the tree is in your seed. People, how the person become how they became is because it was the seed, and not just the seed. They took time to fertilize the seed. They saw something that lit up. They saw something. They saw a passion, and they fertilized the passion, and they grew. See what is the essence of your seed and fertilize it so it can actually grow to its maximum potential. It's never too late. When you're above ground, it's never too late, because you have control over your climate, control over the soil that you choose to plant yourself in. Because see, the seed is in you, so you gotta get planted. But are you planting yourself in the right ground? That's the question. Are you planting yourself in the... Everything starts from an origin. Even we start from a seed. A seed is planted, and we start from a seed, and we become something. Now, if the seed that you started with was polluted, the great thing about different seasons that you can replant yourself and you can recreate yourself. Even in different functions in school. When you left elementary school, you got a chance to redo yourself in middle school. And then after middle school, you got a chance to redo yourself in high school. And then out of high school, you went to different places. You get the chance to redo yourself or replant yourself. Either you built on what was successful, or you uprooted what didn't work and try to make a better version of yourself. Now, some people don't make a better version of themselves. They actually create an artificial person. And that's next week's. Next week should have been this week's video. I was going to speak on a mask. But mask may be like a two-week thing, 2-week series, because mask is deep. You have different masks that everybody, a lot of people experience masks, but they don't realize they're living in a mask. They don't realize they have a mask on. They forget that they're fake. Or they just put on a pose. They're posing something, a posture for their friends, a posture for work, a posture for society. But who knows the real you? But that's next week. I kind of jumped to update the next week's video should be on mass. I got some things queued up and some information that I will be able to get that in more appropriately. Okay, so that's my recap. So in my recap, so my update, I pretty much went into my update. My update is that I was deliberating between personality traits and temperaments and mass, but I think mass is the winner. And I have some information on mass, and I will be speaking on mass this weekend or before next Wednesday, next Thursday, and then I'll do the same thing over again. So that's my recap. My recap, my update is the video on mask, the mask that we wear. Okay, so let's go to the chats. All right. Phil said, the first comment, Phil said, tree plants need sunlight, fertilizer, water, and space to grow. Briefly tell me what the 4 things a human needs to grow. Tree plants need sunlight, fertilizer, water, and space to grow. Brief, tell me what are the 4 things a human needs to grow. I'll give you one thing. How about that? They need inspiration. Well, maybe I'll give you a couple. Encouragement, inspiration, drive, and purpose. I don't know necessarily if it's in that order. And a lot of things that people need is in them. Everything is wrapped in the seed, but you have to see you have to see what type of seed that you hold and what ground that you'll see. Some certain seeds cannot be planted in certain grounds because they're planted in certain soil, then they won't grow effectively. You have to understand the seed that you bear and what ground that you need to be planted in so you can maximize your full potential. So everything's wrapped in the seed. I say encouragement, inspiration, you have purpose, and all those things are wrapped up in the seed. So that's the first one, Phil. So let me see if Brent is on right now. All right. So Phil said, talk a little bit about other plants. Folks like to talk about beautiful plants and trees, but even so-called ugly trees. Plants like the desert cactus has its place in nature. Well, you know, Phil, that's so true. And now I would just key you in and just I can bring you on and you can actually explain that in detail. But I'm gonna talk generally, and I did talk about it earlier, and it may come up in the premiere because I modified the other one. Now, different types of plants. Trees is a generic term for something that's growing from the ground. Everything has their place in their soil. Everybody cannot grow in one soil. Some people grow in a different soil, and if they grow because if they're crisscrossed in different soils, they won't produce anything. So flowers or cactus. Some plants grow in a hotter climate. Some plants grow in a colder climate. But you have to dig deep inside. You have to understand and research yourself and know where you grow at. And that's the thing. People don't take time to find out where they grow. See, if you jump in one soil and it doesn't click for you, you need to jump out and get in something that will show some fruit. Because if you don't have any fruit, then why you still, if you're not growing, or if you don't have any product, why are you still there? That's on you. So the tree is general of things that require seeds to grow. So that's the answer to that one. Now, that one. All right, Phil says, what if I do not want to grow? What if I'm okay where I am in life? Is your life? But if you're okay with your own life, that's fine. Some trees don't grow big. However, the trees that don't grow big, their purpose not to grow big. I mean, the thing is, I guess the three questions that everybody would need to ask themselves is, when you're on the other end of the spectrum of life, it's like, okay, you ask the question when you're doing something, when you spend your life energy on something, you say, what am I here for? How would it matter? And who, what, and why? Who am I? How does it matter? What is it for? Now I may got these things wrong, but the thing is, like, you have to try to figure out who you are, and that's the essence of your purpose. And when you leave, what is it for? What is it for? And what does it matter? When you leave, will your life mean anything to anybody? Or will, after a day, they forget that you ever existed? That's legacy. Make your life worth something. And I'm not talking about globally. Your global may be just 5 people in your house, or your brothers and your sisters, but those brothers and sisters, I mean, you may impact them so much where they may impact others because of you. 6 degrees of separation. You don't need to touch 2,000 people, but if you can touch 2 people, that can touch 2 people, that can touch 2. Hence, help me help you, so we can help others. It's not a one-man show. Help me help you so we can help others. Because when you help me in what I'm doing, when I say subscribe, I'm just saying join me. Click the bell for future notifications, because I have updates, and I expect to do bigger things than this. Join and walk with me, so you can help me, so we can make a better tomorrow, today, where we are. You can't expect to touch the world if you can't touch where you are. If you can't touch where you are, you cannot touch yourself or redirect yourself or try to make yourself better. If you're miserable, how can you expect to make somebody positive? If you're always frowning, how can you expect to make somebody smile? Joy comes within, from within. It's not an external thing. The emphasis. Okay, I see you, Brenda. I'm explaining everything to Brenda later on. Okay, so all hearts and mind clear. So I went over the recap. I did the recap, did the update, and I did the Q&A. I did the recap, talked about the tree, the seed that you, the tree, the seed is in the tree. The tree is in the seed, and it's already planted. Because the thing is, it's only planted if it's already planted, even if you didn't plant it. So before you knew who you were, a seed was already planted. So when you come of age and understand who you are, then you have the opportunity to plant another seed to counteract what may have been planted in a negative fashion. So that's the key. So the tree is general. All right. This is what Brenda wrote. And this education, she said, this can be spoken to a young generation, as in it's educational. I love how you incorporate everything, because we are seeds that grow into plants to produce. I do appreciate that, Brenda. All hearts and minds clear. So if you find any value in this content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up on live, but give me a thumbs up on my Facebook, on my YouTube as well. Give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And if you find any value in this content, help me help you. So we can help others by clicking subscribe and hitting the bell for future notifications or upcoming videos or different events, which will be coming soon. If you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe so you can be notified when a new episode is posted, so you can rave and review about this episode with your friends. And if you forget anything else, from this episode, remember this, that every day you get up vertical, make it your goal in life to move forward and never move back. This was a hero's journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings, and we're out.